to the other side. Ancestors, they moved on but never died. Ancestors, the light inside is amplified. Ancestors, ancestors, ancestors. There was blood in the water. Ancestors, love my mother and my father. Ancestors, leave an offer on the altar. Ancestors, ancestors, ancestors.
Creation of the matrix, the consequence of reality. Separated from answers, then the consciousness of the galaxy. Honestness of the majesty, complementing the tapestry. Common sense is a luxury. Forgot to mention the tragedy that's woven to the third dimension. Heard you countless insurgency. They claim it's a cursed ascension. Don't pay attention, it's perjury. But I'm cradled in the clarity for the will of my ancestors. I pray.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining Zoetic Productions. Tonight, we have Afterlife, the Oracle. Very special guest. How you doing, Afterlife?
Oh, man, I'm doing good. Today's my birthday. I just turned 34.
Happy birthday. Happy 34th birthday.
Thank you very much. And this is the first time I've ever had an interview. It's long overdue, and I'm glad it was with y'all.
The very first time? Seriously? I cannot believe that.
Yeah.
I really can't believe that.
Well, thank you for spending your birthday with us, bro.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting. We've had it planned for quite a while, man. I've been really excited about it. Put a lot of thought into it.
Oh yeah, man.
We've been looking forward to this for months, and we are here now in the interview. And Sunny K9 and I are excited. And what a good way to spend your birthday evening! Like, we feel honored.
Yeah, I'm honored, and I've enjoyed all of our discussions and collaborations. I would like to say that what a time to be alive. I mean, I got new projects coming out. I got a newfound consciousness, a new energy, and it's just been exciting. So I think this was a step forward for all of us.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with the new album that's gonna drop soon called Deja Voodoo.
Yeah.
And,
Deja Voodoo.
Yeah.
And I thought it was dropping today, so sorry if anyone saw that in the post. I was misinformed, but we all know albums take their time when they need to be released. Yeah. At their perfect time. So when will it be released?
Well, I don't know. It's going to be very soon, within the next 2 or 3 weeks. But it's being released on Facebook, on my Facebook page, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. One song at a time, and it's like showcased with dialogue that's handcrafted to, stimulate the minds and raise the vibration of people who may not understand what this is about. You know what I mean? So that's basically why we do it that way, and it seems to really we integrate people into listening to this high vibrational music, and it seems to like have more of an impact when we do it that way. So it's pretty awesome.
Hi, Seth.
Yeah, I mean, ever since we linked up, I feel like I'm just speaking for myself here, but I feel like the path and all of our individual paths have been going in a much better direction ever since we all linked up.
And first time we heard your work with beats, right? You sampled Rain or Shine what's the original Doris Kelly? What is it called?
Yeah,
you don't have to worry.
You don't have to worry.
And Kelly, you don't have to worry.
We wanted that so bad. I was even going to try and sample it, but we interviewed Third Eye, and he was like, "Dude, we know this guy. He's really good. You should give him a try."
Shout out to Third Eye for listening to this.
Shout the hell out. Third Eye.
He's
the best, man.
Yeah, he's in the comments right now. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
We are all the way live.
And we have
Eyes of the Universe.
We also have Christina White, and she was there the first time we heard that sample.
Yeah.
She was there when we got it. Like, we were sitting at Doc's house. Rest in peace, Doc. We love you, brother. Glad he could have been part of this moment, too.
Yes.
When we heard it, and we were just so jived. Like, the energy and the vibration and your sampling, your skills, out of this world, man. Out of this world.
I appreciate. I just remember the one interaction that we had was quick, and you guys gave me an assignment, and I just really liked the energy that was associated with doing the project, and I just put myself outside of the box and tried some different stuff, and and I was kind of self-conscious about it, but then you know what, you guys, after hearing you guys on the track, I was like, oh my god,
Yes.
that came out to be real nice project. So
And we are going to be on your new album. Just so you guys
yes,
know, I just said that's a dope name for an album. I just want to let you guys know.
Do have a collaboration with Afterlife, the Oracle, on his
yes,
newest
And we are going to play it towards the end of this interview. So hang in there. No one has heard this. Not even us. We haven't heard the master yet.
Yeah, we haven't even heard the master yet.
We were tempted before,
so
but we're like, no.
Later, you guys are going to hear it for the first time just like us. So please stay tuned for that.
When did we record in the studio? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
I think 2. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks. And it really came easy with the help of
Scooby, man, Scooby from Sick Like, and
hey, shout out to Sick Leg.
He made you guys.
Scoob.
He made it clean. You guys are assassins with your delivery and your flow. And we had the beat, and we have good chemistry, so that really worked out. So.
And that is so important. Don't you think? Good chemistry with artists, like, you have to have that in order to produce something that is of the finest quality.
It felt like an out-of-body experience for me. I'm not even gonna lie.
I can tell, man. It was the like I said, the preciseness of both your verses with mine on top of it too. Oh man. I think that anybody who is familiar with what we're talking about, and those who aren't, are going to be very much stimulated energetically. You know what I mean? So they're going to love that.
And that's what it did for me, because it was in my lane. And I was like, "Oh, really? This is the set? Okay, let's go." You know?
It's like when wrestlers find like their best opponent. Like, you are like, I'm not saying we're opponents or like competing against each other, but it's like when we find someone within the hip hop community that shares those similarities and tastes and styles, and like this gel together so well just to make something so divine, if you will.
Yeah.
And you fucking killed it as
Divinity.
well, man. You're just an all around like incredible artist. You rap, you can sing and hold a tune, you produce. And so is there anything as far as within the artistic realm that you haven't gotten your hands on yet that you've been wanting to do outside of music?
I have a really crazy extensive thank you for that. I have a really crazy extensive knowledge of boom bap hip hop. And I always wanted to be like an exclusive DJ. And I feel like when you hear a lot of boom bap DJs play songs, they play the same joints. But remember that all those albums that you hear those classics from have other songs that were dope, and they don't never play them. And I would do like hidden gems and do like scratching on vinyl. I would love to DJ and scratch and put together sets and spin it. Because you go places and you hear nothing but a lot of new music. And what about those people that are boom bap heads, like the hip hop heads out there? And I would love to spin that. And I have battled, but I would like to battle. But now that it has such a negative connotation, for me personally, I wouldn't battle. But I always wanted to get into the league because I felt like my pen was that nasty.
Your penmanship is pretty fucking.
Can I tell you? Can I share something real quick with everyone and you?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sunny and I would love to create like a rap battle on Zoetic Productions. Just like once or twice a month, get on it for fun, like a safe zone. Like it's not it's competition, but good competition. It's practice. Like, it's good to be able to do freestyle and battle. It's really important to be able to do that off the top of your dome.
I would freestyle I am a ridiculous freestyler, but a lot of people know me for that too. But I wouldn't battle just because I don't want to put nobody down. But I know that even if it was fun, I like being kind, and I think that when it comes to like freestyling though, it can get a little disastrous because I'm the Aries man. But
there's a
I wanted to freestyle tonight. It's a vulnerability, and I think that one day if say when this stuff pops, and it will pop, and they're like, all right, get on the mic, and I'm gonna be like, you could say something in a freestyle that have some big consequences, man. So you know what I mean. And we, especially when you're rapping fast, you're on one. It's just, I'm trying to be more precise and methodical when it comes to this artwork that we have, you know. And I think that that's actually what gave birth to all the new projects and stuff that are a lot more polished and fine tuned. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, Christina says there should be a kindness rap battle.
Well, there are compliment battles.
That's what we should do. I would love to
I would love that.
Compliment battles. I want to see that.
Compliment battle.
Make it sound like you're attacking them, but it's like with compliments. Like, yo, you're dope. You're dope as shit. Your flow sick. Like, you know.
It's like
it took strength to get through that. Good job. You know.
Your mama's so great. Your mama's so great.
Yeah.
She made me dinner.
Your love is so great. I love your mama too. Damn, did she lose weight?
Oh, don't be looking. And then I'd be like, oh, don't you be looking at my mama like that.
I think that alone would be enough for someone to be like, what you say about my mama? Like, that right there alone would just start a fight.
I said she's great. Okay, that's fucked up. That's gonna backfire.
Yeah. Damn, we'll be the first one in World Star Hip Hop for a story about someone getting shot over a compliment.
Oh man, that would break Guinness. That would break records.
Like damn, this is a good French fries. What you say?
So go on, Oracle. We would love to hear.
Well, what do you think we should do next? I feel like I should do a little bit of background. I'll start with a little bit of background. So is that cool?
Yeah. Can I start with the song?
Yeah, let's
play a song, and then we're gonna get into.
And then we'll get into the
real heart of this interview. Okay.
Yeah.
Stay with us, everyone. I am going to play.
Let's see which ones we have right here. Ooh.
You pick.
1, 2, 3. I think I'm going to play. Which one did he send? Did it not send?
What? Hold on.
Hold on.
Wait a second. I know it did.
I got it right here if we need anything.
Hold up. I want to play this one that you sent me. And here it is, A Burden of the Starseed.
Burden of the Starseed, right here on Zoetic Productions Radio.
I'm going to crank it up. Everybody crank your stereos.
Star seeds planted, cultivated by the earth. People never notice that the earth means dirt. Our connection to the sun makes us experience luminescent as within, so without. Uplift the human presence. So tested, cause school's in session. Arrested, my youth neglected, molested, abused in essence. Directed, the moon is present. The earth is a masterclass, symmetry of the surface. They envious of our life, convincing me that I'm worthless. Our enemies of the serpent refer to themselves as ghosts. The greatest of all time, the fakest, the selfish quotes. On my forehead's a third eye, give me the second sight. That's 432 hertz when my verse gets exercised. See us glowing in the dark, like a lotus in the desert, like an angel in the hellfire. I give the very presence. It's the starlight reunion, rendezvousing with our fam. The burden of the star seed, you need to understand that.
They don't hate you cause you black, they don't hate you cause you white. They hate you cause it's dark, but the burden of the light. It's the burden of the star seed. It's the burden of the star seed. You may have been recycled, trust the sun with the rain.
With the rain comes.
You forgot where you came from. The burden of the star seed. It's the burden of the star seed.
It was the village of the damned that helped me understand that I'm more than a man. Starseed awakening, the sun was ashamed. The punishment came the day the needle punctured my vein. But I'm one and the same. With solar systems and galaxies, behold the wisdom, the truth, the code, the wisdom of tragedy.
All year is the sirens. Let it rain, let it pour when the fire.
I was birthed by my mother to make an impact on the planet, to raise the vibration and uphold commandments, pay it forward to the lost ones. My nature is divinity, creator is the light. I've been praying for his energy. They remember me as angry, no matter how much I change. I was shattered to the core, but there was purpose to my pain. You see, your time on this planet's perfected, precise. To learn to love yourself is the greatest lesson in life.
They don't hate you cause you black, they don't hate you cause you white. They hate you cause it's dark with the children of the light. It's the burden of the star seed. It's the burden of the star seed. You may have been recycled, trust the sun. When the rain comes, remember who you are. You've forgotten where you came from. You may have been recycled, trust the sun. When the rain comes, remember who you are. You've forgotten where you came from. Burden of the star seed. It's the 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 burden of the star seed.
The burden of the star seed. We're healing all the scars. The burden of the star seed. Protected by the stars.
Burden of the Star Seed, right here on ZPR.
Okay,
Zoetic Production Studios.
Your hooks are off the hook.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You know, when I constructed that song, that was like my last project, but it was called Burden of the Star Seed. It was just 6 songs, and they were just super high potent songs. And that one, I wanted it to be unlike any structure that I ever had because it starts with a verse. Usually I start with a hook, but it's a verse, and then the song is about, like, you know, understanding why you have trials and tribulations that set you apart from mainstream society as individuals, right? But then understanding that there's a purpose for all that, and it's kind of the burden, but it's beautiful. You know what I mean? It's like, it's really beautiful. And the crazy part about that sample is, I don't know if you recognized it, but that's the same sample that Immortal Technique used on Dance with the Devil. And I structurally changed everything, and I felt like it transmuted that energy from my thought process, just for me, on that song, and turned it into something that I could be proud of, you know.
In fact, I think I recall you sharing that with me like a couple weeks back. Yeah, you did.
I remember hearing the beat.
Yeah, you shared it, and you asked us if we can figure out the sample. It was. It was constructed so well, I couldn't pick it up.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Let me start with the question of, what was the moment that you realized that you were talented and that this was your path and this is what you were going to do with music? Like, what age?
I believe I was 12, and I was in 2003, and I was not very brave. I was timid, and I was at school getting picked on a lot, but I had a few friends that would like me because I could beatbox. I was mad ill at beatboxing. And they was like, kick that beat, you know? And I was like super good at it. And they would spend so many time looking at the people that was rapping, and they wouldn't high five me. I'd be like, oh man, the beat was dope. But, you know, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna jump in there. And then that's when, and as scared as I was, I started jumping in the ciphers at lunchroom table, at Aces on 67th and Cactus. Or that was later on, but all these schools, like even early on, and I would jump in these ciphers. I moved schools a lot, and then I just ended up writing and realized I had a knack for staying on beat, and people liked it. And then but I also discovered that it gave me somewhat of a voice, like to be able to turn my fear into power, and that was originally the thing that it gave me strength. And I didn't understand how to write 16. I learned it all myself, and it was 2002, 3, and I also discovered Wu-Tang at that time. So I never was really, and I was never attracted. I don't know if you see that record up there. I don't know if you see it. Oh, you can't.
Oh yeah, 36 chambers.
36 chambers. But I was attracted to the underground sound. You know what I mean? From an early age, and that's what really stimulated me too.
Yeah,
So
like myself. At first, I started with the death row types, like Dr. Dre, Snoop
uh,
Dogg, X to the Z.
yeah,
Eminem, Ice Cube, all those guys from the Up and Smoke tour of
yeah,
the '90s.
yeah,
And then I started hearing people like Outkast, and then
yeah.
Wu Tang,
Mm,
and who else? So just a lot of people, Kanye West, Common,
yeah,
I've
yeah,
always loved that boom bap sound as well.
yeah.
More of that raw griminess. It's just something that just speaks to you differently than that mainstream stuff. It's like that grimy underground stuff. It picks up on those trials and tribulations and struggles that we had to go through being
Yeah,
young and to make it to where we're at now.
Hmm.
yep. And I feel like it's an acquired taste. Underground hip hop. Well, at one point it was the norm, but I feel like anybody really sitting back listening to underground music nowadays, and I think there's a lot more, but than there was maybe 10 years ago. It was super commercial out here. But I would
Mm.
say that it's an acquired taste, and since it is an acquired taste, it's definitely going to hit that spot. It's gonna satisfy you. More like songs that are engineered to be mainly at a party or whatever it is they're talking about. But like that one song from that cat that nobody knows about, that's usually their favorite song, man.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? What about you, Doozy?
It's that one song. Are you talking about that one song that you don't believe in, but everybody loves it, and they're like
Uh,
bumping it?
or the opposite too, or that one song that nobody knows about, but it's everything. And then if they were to ever sit down and listen to it, they'd be like, "Oh, this is fire." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I have a lot of older songs where, have you done this? Have you gone back to your own music and you're like, holy fuck,
dude.
that was sick. Like, what the fuck?
Both, both. I've heard old songs, and I'm like, dude, I was in a different headspace back then. Or like, damn, this shit was crazy for like, learning what I know now. Because I graduated school last year on the 5th of April, and I had originally went to school in 2011 at Phoenix College. But I tell you what, I before all I used to do was smack audio on top of audio and somehow make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I it's amazing what for an 18-year-old that stuff was mad deep. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I look back at my one of my old songs, and I was 19. I have a music video for it and everything, and I'm just like,
I think you showed me.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you analyze your progress, and you
Yeah.
compare it to how you started to the present, and it's just mind
It's a,
baffling. Like,
I
it's a
recently
bit.
brought one back. It's Test Me Again, and I wrote it in a time in my life where I was, you know, and so
Yeah.
I went back and I was like, I actually performed it a few months ago. Test Me
Oh
Again.
wow.
yeah,
But I want to take it back to the studio and like give it
New
justice and
life.
get it out. Yeah.
Yeah, new life. That's what's up.
yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. I go back and I pick apart things I've said and fix things. I correct things. Oh, let me
Mhm.
take that back and do something that fixes that energy. And I love the fact that you can scroll down these things. It goes back as early as 2009. That's when I started actually making music because I was rapping, freestyling, writing all the way from 2002 to about end of 2008. And then, but look, you look at the discography, and it tells one hell of a story, dude. Like, it tells a hell of a story. And nowadays, I really kind of only talk about my life or sacred knowledge or different things and energies and stuff, but instead of talking about like I don't know things that I wouldn't consider real, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But it's made the difference for me, and I think there's a lot of teary eyed people that get a hold of me like, hey, bro, that hit the spot, thank you, you know what I mean? And that fuels me nowadays. So yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that fuels you, but what really has lit the fire under your ass? What experience really taught you a tremendous amount that got you up and out?
Okay, so we gonna get into the nitty gritty. So um I had a pretty colorful past. Like I said, I was real calm and timid in the beginning, but then, growing up in Arizona, I was kind of isolated from family. I had to fight a lot. I mean, I got pretty angry during my adolescent years, and I spent a lot of time in the system. Came out of the system even more angry. That didn't have my dad around, and I would just migrate with groups of people that I tried to make music with, and it just led to a lot of drama, chaos. I pissed away a lot of opportunities. And we'll probably go back to more of that later, but I found myself running um and beginning to like experiment with drugs that further led to a more severe addiction. And throughout my journeys and escapades, it just got worse and worse and worse. And if there's anybody that's here from my past, they know these stories, and a lot of them we've openly talked about it many many times. And I've made the news. You know what I mean? I've done years, and I would say that there was an incident on April 14th, 2017, in which I had a very spiritual incident, and I had relapsed on one of my birthdays, which was April 8th, 2017, and I had issues, man. And I was really afraid, and I decided to take off walking, and I found myself walking clear across town, and I walked to the Yellowstone River in Billings, and I found myself at the river, and you know I felt like I was going to be killed, and so I had been talking to my dad because he had finally gotten out of prison around this time, and he mentioned something about the sun and the creator. And I was still heavy into religion at this time, but so I actually called out to the sun. I screamed at the top of my lungs, "Creator!" like with all my strength. And I went to fall back, and I don't know what was going to happen to me because there was people out there, and I did not hit the ground. I was lifted up and filled with the sun's energy, and then escorted away from that area, and where I continued to have a conversation with the sun. And there's a lot of it I could recall, most of it, and I know that it was nothing more than a mere hallucination because the fact of that my body was lifted up and there was nothing, you know what I mean? And I walked, like I said, and I was told a lot of things. And he asked me, the son asked me, he said, "What do you want?" And I could have said, "Man, I want to get out of here. I want something to eat. Get me off probation. Get me out of Montana." You know what I mean? And I said, "I want to do music and every ear hear it." And he said, "You're going to learn my ways." And I look at it now, and I got knowledge of the ancestors. I got knowledge of the creator. I believe in the sun, moon, and stars. I believe in the wind, the energy of the planet Earth. I believe in energy of good people around me, angels. I believe in positivity and manifestation. And that has completely transformed my life. Like before, every other time I was in shambles. I was either angry, drunk, high, uh, delusional, you know what I mean? And now I have a very, very solid foundation. I was even able to take pretty much full custody of my son. I've been sober for 7 years. I didn't graduate college. I got my own shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So like,
blessings for
right.
that.
And that's really what I want people to know about. And if I ever, like, I've apologized in songs, but if I ever did anything to offend or hurt anybody out there, I sincerely apologize, and I pray that you forgive me. You know what I mean? So, but that's basically, that was like the creator basically of the universe is really and it's a spirituality. You know what I mean? It's a very natural energy, and it just.
I have a question. Can I ask a question?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been like in your spiritual realm? Was this something that just happened after this experience, or a little bit before, or did you used to have a shadow self? Like, were you like really dark before this happened?
I never really openly prayed to darkness, but I believe that I began in darkness. I believe that considering the events that I've uncovered later on with the help of my high priestess about some of the attacks and deviations that were sent to both me and my closest family member. Well, I realized that I always had spiritual components because I can run back and play you songs where I was saying the deepest, most magnanimous shit that I truly believed in. But I really gathered my energy and moved with like affirmative direction after the creator. You know what I mean? And I was completely saved out of that river from drowning and all other aspects. And I tell you what, like I said, I was always spiritual, but I didn't know and I was confused. But yeah, and then there was that 6 year period of the shadow. Yeah, that's the album Book of Death. So the album Book of Death, somebody said, "Hey, this is dark." I'm like, yeah, because the experience was dark as hell. This shit is factual.
Yeah.
It just has the raw beats to go with it. And that album, I uploaded that album, and I woke up and it was viral down there. It was pretty much viral, and I had 1 million plays the next and a year from there. So I was like, I felt like I finally got to tell my side of the story. You know what I mean? And I think that was cool, and it was a relief. And then people really started paying attention to me after that. So thank you for asking that.
Yeah, and speaking of paying attention, like, so your music is out there. So how many albums have you produced so far?
I think it's 11. It's going to be 12 with Deja Voodoo, and there's also an enormous amount of music that was lost with my brother Calvin, Immaculate. Now we lost a lot of music. A lot of great music, and he was the co-founder of Graffiti Hieroglyphics, our group. And he tried to call me just a minute ago. That's why I had to move him out the way because I was like, "Hey, sorry, buddy." But I was gonna say there was a lot of music, and it was Third Eye and Calvin and Curry Water. My brother Kurt's in the chat there. What's up?
Yeah,
What's up, Kurt?
Shout out to Kurt and shout out to C
Immaculate.
Yep. Immaculate. Oh, we've heard your heard your stuff.
Hieroglyphics, yeah.
Yes, that. Oh.
Yeah,
amazing.
I just dropped another one called Lost Ones 4. Oh, we went so crazy on it. That's off of Deja Voodoo too. And like I said, there's 12 albums. There's like 4 or 5 singles, but anybody who really wants to be interested in this, I mean, I'm telling you right now, listening to the whole thing is like watching Lord of the Rings 1, 2, and 3 back to back.
Damn.
I do kind of get that that kind of realm of like immortals kind of feel when I hear your music.
Yeah.
You tapped into.
I'll put your music on, and it's like putting on a movie. And I'll just vibe, walk around the house, and I'm just like in your fucking movie. It's amazing.
Right. Yeah. Well, I have a song where one of my featured artists, Dennis, said that, but thinking about it, it really was, and that's all it may be. You know what I mean? But I think that I'm just so glad that I took time to learn this stuff because it's powerful, and I think that a lot of it is being used in the wrong way. You know what I mean? And that's another thing. I'm a bit of a freedom fighter. I'm a bit of a oppression obliterator. I'm a little bit of a paradigm shatterer. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And
like
I believe,
a renegade.
Right. A liberator. You know. And I believe that hip hop is gonna rendezvous to me one day. You know what I mean? I think it's gonna go full circle and be like, oh, this dude has been here the whole time. But it's like, I got really smart. I really read a lot while I was locked up. I really talked to a lot of smart people, and a lot of this knowledge was already in me. Because for some people looking for the light, it's right here. You know what I mean? And I believe that everything happened for a reason, and I believe that we're just getting started. And I think that, and this goes for you as well, you both as well, and Third Eye and my people, my soul tribe, that our best years are still in front of us. You know what I mean? Our best years are still in front of us. So, and this is an open invitation to listen to something, maybe create something that would inspire somebody to heal, or maybe this stuff that we're making can help these people heal. You know what I mean? Because I think that's really what we're here to do. So
Yes, and it's good to have for anyone to have an intention and purpose with their music. You know, and to see that actually be successful is that's fate, that's luck, that's just an incredible experience and a total buzz. Like, have you performed on stage yet? Do you know that buzz that you get?
Yeah. Oh,
it's like that it's a rush when things work out and your song reaches someone and they're like, hey, that really helped me. That's a bigger that's a bigger rush for me than fame. You know?
Yeah, I had a rush when we performed the other night. I had a rush over that beat you gave me. Man, like I literally wrote my verse like the night before. Like literally the night before we had to perform, and I had to memorize it and everything. And
walk in a room full of hate.
Full of hate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, practically our whole set that we performed was all to beats that you
except for the last one. That's the one that the Space Dogs battle, the space battle.
Okay, that sounds fun. That beat was kind of raw, so I think that they was like, ooh. And y'all make. I know y'all got a name buzzing out there, because I've seen what you guys do, and I know they love that. So you guys are good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, oh yeah, lots of performing. Actually more performing than I could remember. It was, I used to be a part of this youth group called My Life in Phoenix, Arizona. That's where I'm from, is Phoenix, Arizona. I was born in Billings, went down to Phoenix as an infant and kind of grew up there. And there was a brother named Greg DeSherry, and Greg DeSherry put us on, man. He got me right out the juvenile center, and we began speaking life into kids that were in the system, no parents, whatever the case may be. We gathered, and I performed for them for a series of a couple of years. And we did everything. We'd get on stage, I'd freestyle, we'd perform songs, we'd mentor kids, we'd speak at public courtrooms. We flooded the National Capitol building and changed some laws there in 2009 and 10. There was a My Fest that I performed at 2009 and 10. I opened up for MC Magic and Willie North Pole. Those are two Arizona artists.
Oh, shit. I've heard
we actually, we also went to the White House, and it was a long thing. We got to tour the White House, man, in 2009 when Obama was in presidents, and I guess it didn't really dawn on me until we were in the White House, and we didn't see the president, but we walked in those houses, and it was just, that had to be a reminder to tell people, like for myself, like, yo, you may have been out here, homeless and shit, and on drugs and stuff, but you were once in the White House, and you did it off the strength of your talent and the way you motivated people. And I was, I had to look in the mirror and remember that. I had to remember who I was. But lots of performing. And then, like I said, I left Arizona. I kind of ran because I kind of got kicked out of my house because it was goofball friends and stuff. But it's all in the music. It's all in the music, man. You know what I mean? And, I pissed away opportunities for a long time. So that's why when you guys asked me to be a part of this interview, I took it so very seriously. You know what I mean? Because I was like, this is what I was meant to do. You know what I mean? So just like you guys were meant to do it, because you guys got a thing going on, So I appreciate that.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
I love that hoodie, by the way. That is your.
Thank you.
Good. Just
go ahead. Yeah, do it.
I did not mention. You look good. Like, that is so dope.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
It is beautiful, and it matches your album.
Yeah. Is that specifically for the album, or is that some?
It's just something that I saw and I wanted it, and I got a few of them.
You didn't design that? I would have thought you designed that yourself.
I know I can, and when I get in a position too, I'm gonna be dumb fresh. I got my own swag, I got my own style. You know how we do, keep it original.
Yeah.
Did you? Your hair looks good too.
I appreciate it.
Do you
Yeah,
like?
that shit looks fresh,
Let me
bro.
see. Let me see you look. Like you got a dope ass look. Look at that,
Oh,
guys.
thank you. Uh-oh, am I gonna knock them down? Shake them. You know, I don't know if people remember, but they were down here, and I cut them, and then now I'm growing them back. Because when I cut them, I was like, that was my look. Like that was what I was supposed to do. But I thought about it, and that was all from here to there was fresh hair, and I was like, you know what? Cut it, start up fresh, and now I'm redoing it. And the more they get, longer they get, the more it's spiritually connected I feel, man. So
That's cool.
yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, those
Isn't
are
that
good.
how Aborigines?
yeah,
They express that with their hair. The longer it
Yeah.
is.
yeah. A lot of cultures did. Even most Native Americans and a lot of Native Americans also believe in the Creator. I feel like all indigenous people in the earth believe in the Creator, but a lot of people, yeah, they find strength in their hair, and a lot of cultures don't want you to cut their hair. I mean, including the beard. But I gotta keep the beard down.
I don't know,
I
like-
love my hair.
I know that I've
Yeah,
cut
yeah.
my hair at times when I didn't realize I was just trying to like release or move
Yeah.
on to something new or end a grievance, you know, or something of that sort.
I'm gonna tell you what my dreadlock lady told me. Shout out to Amber. My dreadlock lady. When I told her, I said, I'm gonna cut it, and she was like, "Phoenix Rising." and then now she's doing it again. She started from scratch. She didn't start it last time, but she's starting it this time. There's a song I did called "The Exorcist," and people didn't know I was growing my hair back, and I was like, something. Now I'm regrowing my dreads, and I was like, I don't know if anybody caught that, but that song is like "The Exorcist." Oh man, it's fire.
Ah, nice.
Yep. Memphis back.
You got
Got
some
Black-
homies wishing you happy birthday.
Black
Thank
Architect
you.
Anderson, what's up?
What's up, Black Architect? Shout out to Black Architect. Shout out to Curdy Water.
Everybody is just commenting about the hair.
He was
Third
dreading
Eye,
it. He
Third
was
Eye is
dreading
right
it.
about the antenna. It is the antenna, the
The
spirit.
spiritual receptors. Yeah.
And power of the hair. Happy birthday.
Yeah,
Thank
you.
I got,
We have-
I've gone over. My hair is Samoan.
Yes, sir. He sees. He sees you. He sees you.
I want to say shout out to Curdy Water. His name is Curtis, but I've been knowing Curtis since 2014. And I met him in this place called Start in the middle of nowhere in Anaconda, Montana. If anybody knows where that's at, it's in the middle of Montana. Alexa, stop. So, in the middle of nowhere, and we would walk around the unit and we would beatbox and rap all day. You know what I mean? And we really came to full fruition to seeing this thing through. That brother's been loyal since day one. He's grown. He didn't even really rap like officially until just in 2018, Kurt. And he's monstrous. He was built for it.
Oh, right.
Shout out to him. He's in graffiti hieroglyphics. Third Eye, man. Third Eye is a brother that he's really helped me like grow as an artist too. These are people that I talk to every day, bro. Every day, it's a part of my daily routine, and we be building a lot of great projects has come out of me and Third Eye's relationship as well, man. Third Eye is a very strong, inspirational brother, and he definitely lives up to his name. I would say that. Are you guys okay? And I would just want to thank them personally.
We had a weird buzz.
Yeah.
There's a weird buzz in the headphones. I think that my interface got possessed for a second.
Yeah, but we're good.
Oh.
Yeah, we
We're good.
got away those demons. We got away those.
We got the demons. I
Like
got the
that-
sage.
like
I got
that
the sage.
Like that sage.
Yeah.
My cat's name is Sage, and now he's looking at me. He's like, huh?
Oh,
Oh, that's cool. That's a cool name.
But yeah, shout out to Third Eye, shout out to Curly, shout out to Graffiti Hieroglyphics.
Yeah.
I wanted to,
Yeah.
I was, what was I going to say? I wanted to ask you something. Get back to what you were talking about, and I'll remember.
If I was gonna do any more shout outs, I guess I would do shout out to Sentinel from 406, El Brain 5150. If I'm forgetting anybody, don't hunt me later. But I wanted to shout them out because they were on a lot of our projects, and those are our brothers, man. 406 Records out in Billings. Shout out to anybody that I've done features with, man, and anybody that feels inspired, I would like to shout out you guys for sure. Zoetic in the building, Meduzi, Sunny K9. What's good?
Afterlife, the
Man,
Oracle.
if I show out there, throw a cipher. You'll see me come all the way alive.
Oh, dude,
A freestyle cipher. Pick some boom bap beats. Oh
yeah,
man, I've been there.
That's the thing.
We gotta get you out
this
here,
is
bro.
why you are our beat producer, because before we even met, I love boom bap. He loves boom bap. We do really well individually on it, and all three of us love boom bap. So, you know,
it's just been nothing but magic.
It's amazing what's come together.
I haven't really been making beats over the last couple of weeks. So I've been worried about Deja Voodoo and doing videos and stuff like that. Which we will be doing real music videos here soon. We manifesting that. Okay. But I would say that I'm gonna start making some real filthy stuff, like real dope beats again, coming down. Because honestly, because of you, Third Eye, and a few other folks that have been getting beats, my reserves are. A lot of people have come for the beats, man. There's been a lot of beats that are being used, and it's real nice because I grew up in a situation where a lot of people rented space in my head because they were telling me that I wasn't good enough, and I think that I took that on for a long time, and I stopped believing in myself, and I still made dope music if I did anything else, right? But now that I'm confident and sure, and I understand that how to stay focused on what's for me, like I believe that was the key all along, and the music is the door to walk through. You know what I mean? And I believe that all this is happening for a reason. I believe the timing of this interview. That's why I picked my birthday. My last birthday had the solar eclipse on it. My last birthday last year on April 8th. So, and around that time we was popping spiritually for sure. So we was waking the dead at that time. In the meantime, Third Eye dropped Langoliers, and that shit was crazy, bro. Like,
Langoliers. Fucking fire.
You guys, you've got to. If you haven't listened to ZPR Radio, I have the Langoliers. I have everything from Third Eye on the radio. I also have a lot of different tracks from Afterlife, the Oracle, and everybody in the 801. Like, and if you want to have your music on the radio, just hit me up. But hey, I would like to play Underground.
Oh, all right, let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's play some music.
Here we are.
Afterlife, the Oracle beats.
These serpents that you worship, just a circus full of clowns. I'm not a rapper, I'm an MC that's deserving of the crown. That's what we call the whackness, what you're serving makes me frown. I'm gonna turn you down on the surface of the sound.
Since I was MC Underground, I had a problem with the mainstream. You do rap, I do hip-hop, we ain't on the same team. My posse, I catch a body when we chopping like it's gangrene. Dame scream your name cause you famous, but it's a lame dream. Everything about you was created by the government. The chain you rock is more than a fashion statement. The punishment is what I came to bring you. Clowns and alcohol and then you drown. Soldier soul creator gave you, you running with them demons now. You're a house nigga from the nation of America. Cypher with the Oracle, guarantee I'll embarrass ya. Off the head, in the studio, anywhere you want, nigga. If the shit I'm popping gets me killed, I'ma haunt niggas. I'm speaking divine secrets so that people will listen. Shove that contract up your ass like trying to sneak into prison. You feed my people poison, and you glorify the system. Little boys and little girls that meant to born to die like Christians.
These serpents that you worship, just a circus full of clowns. I'm not a rapper, I'm an MC that's deserving of the crown. That's what we call the whackness, what you're serving makes me frown. I'm gonna turn you down on the surface of the sound. I'm gonna come to turn you down.
Yeah!
To turn you
These female rappers are worse than the 90s niggas everywhere. They shut hip-hop down like the Panthers, the truth that you never heard. Sexualize these pedophiles, orchestrate confusion. American dreams a nightmare distorted with fake illusions. Takashi testified and showed the world that even rats can make it. Shotties in a cell block with 12 locked and aggravated like what the fuck, blood? This nigga ain't been assassinated. Baby mama fucking niggas with teary eyes, he masturbated. I went through the same shit. They tried to jump me, I rocked this top. Streets still accepted them, even after they called the cops. Money don't make you real. A fuck nigga can deal drugs, but in the mirror you see a snitch. You'll never be a real blood. Listen up, my children. Commercial rappers are actors too. Use witchcraft in their music, and that's what they attracted to. I don't promote violence. I just did what I had to do. Just know when you spill blood that shit's coming right back to you.
These serpents that you worship, just a circus for the clowns. I'm not a rapper, I'm an MC that's deserving of the crown. That's what we call the whack, that's what you're serving makes me frown. I'm gonna turn you down on the surface of the sound. I'm gonna come to turn you down. Yes, I'm underground. I'm gonna come to turn you down. Yes, I'm underground. These serpents that you worship, just a circus full of clowns. I'm not a rapper, I'm an MC that's deserving of the crown. That's what we call the whack, that's what you're serving makes me frown. I'm gonna turn you down on the surface of the sound. I'm gonna come to turn you down. Yes, I'm underground. I'm gonna come to turn you down. Yes, I'm underground. I come around to turn you down. Organic sound, I'm underground.
Oh man.
Ooh.
That's sick.
Yo,
That's sick.
That one part. There was one part where you said shove your contract up your ass like you're sneaking it into prison.
Yeah.
That shit almost had me rolling, bro.
Except I disagree about female rappers. Not all female rappers are bad.
I thought about that,
But
and I was like,
you're talking about like Cardi B and shit. I felt
those
that.
five, you know who's, and then you really get to listen, and you're like, all I said is if they're compensating for what the men in the '90s did, that energy they had. No, I don't agree with none of it, but they're either just as bad or worse because, and it's like, remember what we were saying? Like, I was just challenging them. Like I was like, we could battle, we could freestyle. Come on, battle me, freestyle me. One of them, I eat their ass up. But look, what I'm saying is, if you're gonna do music, at least balance out something. Like these young minds are listening. These young minds are listening, and it's like you're telling them to fuck their life off. That's what they're telling them. So, and I have a problem with that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think there's a lot of other people who are starting to come to that conclusion as well, including the brother Curdy Water.
I think,
especially without the last 5 years, all these mainstream rappers have like either been dying from overdoses or house robberies gone wrong.
Right.
You know, it's just
there's a real negative. And I used to get told, "Your music's dark. You need to do this." I'm like, listen, this shit, if it's fun, it's popping. They got the sauce on it. You know what I mean? Oh, that shit's swagged up. But I'm like, it's really some negative ass music, and it's created an environment in people's communities and people's minds, and it has a real negative aura around it. And then you look at the dealings of the music, underneath the music industry, period, and it's like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? So
I do want to say something. I do, if it's okay, on behalf of a lot of juggalos and a lot of artists that go into that dark as an outlet, but it's really a positive movement. Yeah. And I know it sounds crazy, but like horrorcore and like all of the artists that are that gather together and tour, and they're all just nice fucking people. Yeah. But it's their outlet, so they don't go there. And so it depends, but for young minds, totally 1,000% agree. 1,000%.
Yeah, like there's some kids out there that take it a little too seriously and try to imitate a lot of that stuff, you know, and that's all I've ever end up.
People have died over this shit, man. And I think it's our obligation, like the Joker said. He's kind of a juggalo. I don't know if he really is, but I still love juggalo. I got to tell you a quick story about my interaction with the juggalos that forever made them one of my favorite. But the Joker said, as an artist, we have an obligation to keep it together. We have an obligation to keep it together, and if not, get out of here. You know what I mean? Because there's people that are internalizing this shit. But I tell you what, my interaction with the juggalos was I had a friend in Arizona. Her name is Nana. Shout out to Nana if you're watching this. And I just recently got in touch with her. I went to school with her, and one day we're on Mill Avenue in Tempe, Arizona, and we're walking up the way, And I used to claim that I was from New York because my mom's from New York, and I love New York rap. I loved it. I used to say, "Oh, I'm not from Arizona. I'm from New York." I was just young and goofy, but I really am from Phoenix. But I'll tell you what, I'm walking up there, and there was these two dudes from Brooklyn, and they was hammered. They was wasted. They come up and just fire. Doo, 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 doo. I'm like, I was not on point. Hey, so then like they pushed somebody down in front of us, and all of a sudden these two juggalos came running up. Yeah, yeah, took care of their ass, and they kind of defended me. So I was like, yeah, like as far as like defending and love and juggalo love, that shit real, man. And
Family.
I've already made posts about I like the juggalos, man. So shout out to the juggalos.
Family.
Yeah,
Like that's what it's about. That's I
So
I
I
love the
got
jug. I consider myself a juggalo low because I've been in the community in the family for a long ass time, but I've never been to a gathering.
really. I never went to.
Have you seen the lineup for this year's
I was a
gathering?
single mom forever. I could never go. You know what I mean? So
Right.
The lineup they have this year is ridiculous.
I know. I really.
I would like to
you look
go.
at those lineups and it looks like so much fun, dude.
On Book of Death, there's about four of the Juggalo homies on the album. I don't know if you know that. Mid South Monster? He's on there.
Midtown Monster.
Mid South Monster?
Oh, Mid
Mid-South
South
Monster.
Monster.
I don't
No, he's
know,
on
but
there.
send him my way if he wants an interview.
Yeah. I was gonna tell Kurt he needs to get on there. Kurt needs to get on there. But I already did his, right?
Uh-huh.
Curdy
Yes,
Water.
he did. Yes. Are you talking about Dean Cocky?
No.
No,
But,
different person.
No, shout out to Dean Cocky too, but no, what do you mean when I say Curdy Water?
Mhm.
No, that's Curdy Water music right here.
Okay, all right. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's
So-
he's from down south, but he's in Missoula, Montana.
Okay.
Yeah, he got to that dude.
And he was on Graffiti Hieroglyphics, which
Yeah.
blew my mind. It blew my mind. Speaking
Oh,
of
yeah.
music, we're almost an hour in, and we were going to play something that has not been heard yet from your new
shit.
album.
Can I
Go ahead.
Can I just tell them real quick? Because I haven't talked about this yet publicly, but Deja Vu Do is an energy that I've created. Other people are welcome to adopt it or create their own, but it's an energy to protect you and to remember who you are. And it's about realizing many things and coming to self-aware, and the fact that you can do that. You can designate, you can compartmentalize your own energy and form it around you to protect you. You know what I mean? So I chose you guys for Divinity because I had a feeling and I was very much right, and you guys delivered, and I'm so glad to get you on it. That's all I had to say about that.
Thank you so much.
Thank
man.
you.
It's an honor to be on it with you.
It was
man.
refreshing,
Yeah.
dude. It was different
Yeah.
than what I normally do.
Definitely lit a fire under my ass. Too.
And yeah,
You came out, yeah. That shit was fuck, man. I bumped that probably for about 4 days straight on repeat, man.
Yeah.
I was like,
See,
man.
Damn,
I can't
hell
wait to
yeah.
hear it. Like we're gonna be doing the same thing. And if
Oh,
you
man.
ever come out, can we perform it together?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
like if we have a set or something, we can have you as a guest and we can perform it if that's cool. Like,
Oh yeah, I'll be out there sometime.
Definitely, you gotta perform
Sometime.
out here. You gotta, yeah. When you do, you'll actually. Have you ever been out here? You're from
No,
Montana.
Well, like I said, I was born in Montana. I grew up in Phoenix. Came to when I went back to Montana at 20 and got stuck there. Right, caught a case.
Yeah.
But probably towards the end of my stay there, we drove through. We drove to Vegas. A friend and I drove to Vegas from Montana, and we came through Salt Lake, and we came through St. George, where my brother is from, and he did pass away and is buried in St. George, but rest in peace and stuff. But
Rest in peace.
But he was a rapper too. His name was Strategy, man. He was like another version of me. He's an alternate version of the Oracle, man. He's wild. But Actually, this is his drum machine right here. It was just sent to me.
Oh, really?
This came straight from St. George. My brother's drum machine.
Oh, wow. That is
And
incredible.
yeah, well, anyways, yeah, I fuck with Salt Lake hella because it seems like hella people there fuck with me and my music by way of Third Eye, and they've accepted me, and I like really would love to come out there and show some motherfucking love. You know what I mean? I've also had dreams where my brother's like, "Come on, get on the bus, get on the bus." I'm like, "Where for what? What are we doing?" He's like, "Come on," and then we get on the bus, and he's like, y'all got to get off," and then he left, came back, and we got on another bus and went straight out to Salt Lake City.
What?
So I'm like,
Wow.
You
yeah,
gotta
I've
come
had that
out.
dream. Yeah,
You
I'm telling
gotta
you.
come out.
Oh, dude.
Yep.
Everybody will vibe hard with you if you come out.
And
here,
we
man.
would love to perform this. So, without being
Not further ado.
I'm excited, guys.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear this.
Thank you for viewing this. Thank you for being here on the interview and all of your comments. Absolute love for you. So here we go. Divinity.
Okay. Divinity.
Freedom on the summit that I climb. Forever in the name of the divine. If you've been waiting for a sign, no matter what the sun is gonna shine. I thought I told you all 100 times. In the name of the divine, I rhyme all the time in my mind. My mister keep her picture on my shrine. Send shivers down my spine. No matter what the sun is gonna shine. I thought I told you all 100 times. In the name of the divine.
Deliver me from shadows and parasitical grave minds. Separate me from these devils. Split the darkness in the daytime. I stay kind, but no, I'll place a boundary between you and I. Been scrutinized by people that would rather see me crucified and euthanized. Almost didn't make it, but refused to die. Iris of an earthling, see the darkness in these humans' eyes. So choose a side. Either way, you can't stay neutral. You'll find a perfect outcome. Can't outrun my deja voodoo. Did I lose you? Because I stand within divinity. The blossoming of lotuses are the potions that replenish thee. My chemistry's open, the minds of the frozen. My enemies soaking in wine when they choking. My energy's potent, entwined with the chosen divinity. Hoping to find that I'm open to light up a candle. I'm writing the letter, I'm cutting the cord. I'm determined to sever connection with devils. Unbinded forever. I pray to the sun cause I'm eternally centered.
Just know that the oracles are lying. After all the times you made me lose my mind, I have come to find freedom on the summit that I climb. Forever in the name of the divine. If you've been waiting for a sign, no matter what the sun is gonna shine. I thought I told you all 100 times. In the name of the divine, I rhyme all the time in my mind. I miss her, keep her picture on my shrine. Send shivers down my spine. No matter what the sun is gonna shine. I thought I told you all 100 times. In the name of the divine.
In the name of the holy, I play this faithful game. And the demons, they will never know me, nor speak my name. Burning sage, white candles, smoke signals, payload, send light the mantle, dark souls tripping on my halo. Leeches are blind, crossing the lines. Lords are through, karma is due, and grimoire lied. The bloodline is thin, a gatekeeper's fight. Assigned to align with death and life, cut me out with a knife. Open this deadly wound before it becomes a tomb. And I'm breathless and blue, leaving ancestral clues. Stars burn and blow, secrets untold, celestial echoes as the wisdom unfolds. Knowledge like golden goddess knows, a born spiritual right, entering the fight. My destiny divine, cloak my light through infinite time. Cord like a noose, umbilical doom. Chaos blurs through, I'm spinning in the room. The darkness I chase, the farther I stray, floating in the astral space.
Freedom on the summit that I climb.
Oh, that sounded good.
Waiting for a sign. No matter what the sun is gonna shine. I thought I told you all 100 times. In the name of the divine, I rhyme all the time in my mind. I miss her, keep her picture on my spine. Shivers down my spine. No matter what the sun is gonna shine. I thought I told you all 100 times. In the name of the divine.
If fortune favors the bold, I'm embracing the fold of many fates to be those with no faith in their own. No sense of direction, destination, or home. Nothing but deception and disgrace to behold. Frustration of mental anguish taking its toll. What's a god to a joker with an ace in the hole? Desecrate my name or my reign and you'll know the sensation of decimated skull stain on your throne. Destiny driven by a mentally wicked rhymes. Expertly written by a desperately twisted mind. Heavenly gifted, yet I'm grief-stricken by events unfortunate. Lemonade snicking my energy, glistening serenity. Witness my entity of divinity, heavenly sublime.
Freedom on the summit that I climb. Forever in the name of the divine. You've been waiting for a sign. No matter what, the sun is gonna shine. I thought I told you all 100 times. In the name of the divine, I rhyme all the time in my mind. I miss her, keep her picture on my shrine. Send zippers down my spine. No matter what, the sun is gonna shine. I thought I told you all 100 times. In the name of the divine.
Ooh.
Oh,
Wow. Oh.
damn!
Oh, man.
That sounded so good.
Yeah.
You mix and mastered that yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
I'm learning how to master, but I got the mix. I think I got the mixing that to a good point. So.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck
man.
yeah, that sounded great. Like the three of us were so in.
We were just like I said, out of body experience for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
You
mine
did-
was
you-
my verse
Go ahead,
was
go ahead.
very symbolic. I'll tell you, like a lot of it has. You were like talk about your beginning, your something in your roots or whatever, and just all of it just kind of came out. It's like
Yeah.
a really deep, insightful story about my whole fucking existence, all in that.
It's a
was so
well balanced track, and you're right in the middle. And it's like, I liked it. It was very how do I put it? It's potent. It's so potent, and I liked the. You ever get to a book, and it's like at the back they have keywords, and they're like, you could take those keywords and like formulate. I used to do that. I used to formulate sentences off the. I think it's called the index or the table of contents.
Uh-huh.
But your shit was like the spiritual table of contents. Like you named all the shit. The part where you was like, open this deadly wound before it becomes a tomb.
It's womb.
Oh, okay.
Open this deadly womb before it becomes a tomb.
Right.
That's my birth. That's my birth.
Oh yeah. Oh, I thought you were saying wound, but my bad.
No, it's womb.
Either way, it's still fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you read it, like you read something and you get something out of it. Wound was what you were meant to heard, right?
Right. It's
That's
still.
cool.
I mean that song is probably one of my favorites on the album. And it was like I said, you were the first female artist that I've actually worked with, and not since 2011. Rapping since 2011.
Damn.
And not that there was, I just didn't know anybody that wanted to jump on that could jump on the track. You know what I mean? And then I did work with Adequanetta on this song called Ancestral Divine, and she sang the hook, and she nailed it too. But shout out to her. But I was gonna say, it was definitely a pleasure. You too, Sonny, man. You came on that motherfucker like Alexander the Great, bro. Attila the Hun, man. That motherfucker that shit was filthy, bro.
Oh man, thank you.
Murdered
like
it.
I said,
and his wordplay.
I felt possessed, but in a good way. Like I felt like the creator took a hold of me and just ran with my lyricism and just.
Oh yeah, you were patient the whole verse, and it just at the end it was like precise as fuck, man. I mean, I haven't heard that in a long time, so I want to do some more with y'all, man. I want to work with y'all some more.
Yeah,
so
we'd love to as well.
I'll pick out something real crazy.
And
you guys like that underground track, huh?
Oh yeah, that underground shit was that shit was
fire.
Your music, your beats pull out, like they're so good that they just create something out of it. Like I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like when we get on your beats and we just sync with it and it just brings out the best of us.
Right.
That's how your tracks are for on this album. Like, I haven't heard the whole album, but I just have a feeling that all of your tracks are like that. You're just gonna like create, I don't know, like you're a gatekeeper of music, right? You're the gatekeeper. You open the door, and everybody can come in and experience this fresh shit. Like, this is fresh.
Like, dude,
yeah.
Like for the last couple of years, I've been focusing on my singing mostly. You know, doing hooks for a lot of the local artists around here, and it's been great and stuff. But hearing you and your style, it gave me that feeling to rap again. And thanks to your beat, Walking Full of Hate, I wrote my first solo song in like since I was like 19.
Like this was his first song he wrote for himself, just him.
Yeah, and
on a track.
like 15 years since I wrote my own solo song, and it was to your beat, man. Like your sound and your style and everything just gave me that feeling back.
Right, I appreciate that. I'm thankful. I'm just glad they have a good home and they're with good people. You know what I mean? So
I can't wait for you to hear for you to hear what I wrote to that beat too, man.
That one you guys did, the Reaper was fire. What was the one you guys called?
Blacklist.
You don't have to worry.
Black.
Oh no,
that's crazy.
No, Rain or
that's
Shine.
Crazy too. Everything, all of it.
Yeah.
But my favorite one from Meduzi is Shorty.
Queen Shotty.
Queen Shotty.
Yeah, that's it.
I had so much fun performing that the other night.
And they were
first. I was throwing
pretty sure they were
money
tapped
out.
into.
I was throwing.
I was like going.
Like we
I was
had
going around the crowd, throwing around fake $100 bills around.
Our camera guy came out and got our set, and he got the whole from beginning to end. Me performing that.
Yeah.
It's so sick, dude. I love that one, and that I wrote. I started to kind of write it without a beat, and I got a beat from you, and it was perfect fit.
Oh, okay.
Literally within a couple of days, that was created.
Yeah, it was basically the same situation I was in the other night.
Yeah. So it's like these songs are they're meant for us, you know.
Oh, you guys definitely work good under pressure.
Yeah.
He was sweating balls.
Pressure makes diamonds.
Dude,
he finished writing that song the night before we performed it.
I was sweating more than I ever sweated in my entire life. Like period. Like I was just dripping bullets, man.
Can I tell you the truth? When you step out on stage, you're exposing yourself to the world, right? But you know, you're built to do this. Remind yourself that this is what you're here for. But at the same time, who can blame you for sweating, because there's a lot of different energies out there. But go ahead.
But yeah, dude, it was just and like I was able to nail it just tight. Like it was, oh man, it was like I said, another out of body experience.
And I was on stage with him, feeling it, and I was just hyping him. I was just like, go, what, you know, just like getting everybody just to move with it and vibe with it and interact. And it fueled. Did you feel that fuel?
Oh yeah.
To keep going and keep rolling with it. It's like holding a hot coal and you got it in your hands and you're getting it out. Like it's like that sometimes when you don't know, like when you just create a song and do it the next day. But that pressure is such a high, dude.
It was
such a high.
It was something that I needed personally because, like, I guess it was something I had to prove to myself, like being under pressure, like you said, when it comes down to it, it's either deliver or get off the stage.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I feel that pressure a lot, basically with every performance. Like the way I like to describe that feeling before you hit the stage, and Meduzi knows this one. Mm-hmm. It's kind of vulgar, but that's the best way I can describe it. You feel like you're about to jizz and shit your pants at the same time. You know?
Yeah, I get it. I mean, shit. I mean, when I was young and I was younger and I was more hot-headed, I would jump on stage. I didn't give a fuck, but also I didn't care how I looked or nothing. But nowadays, I'm really more thought out. And since I've been to myself these last couple of years, sometimes I get a little nervous. But like tonight, I feel like tonight went well, and I feel like now that I've perfected my craft and I can be proud of it, and I have one clear message. I have a group of people that are my soul tribe that support me and stand behind me. I feel like it's all good, man. You know what I mean? It's all
Yeah.
good, and that makes me want to step out there and triumphant. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, and I'm like, and like, you know, motherfuckers is good at this stuff. You know what I mean? This is what we do. This is our lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is our lane.
Fuck yeah,
So,
like we're knocking people not lopsided with this shit, man.
oh yeah, those with those banging ass beats and those raw ass lyrics, I know they was like woo. And it's underground. Was
Mhm.
there other underground artists there?
Yeah, there
Yeah. Oh
were.
yeah. We like the headliners came up.
A la
I was
Zulu.
Zulu. They immediately came up. They're like, "Hey, thank you. This is so great, and you guys killed it." And we were
Oh
like,
yeah.
"What?" They just made sure that we, and oh my god, it was
Singing
so dope.
Reaper live for the first time was so exhilarating, man. It
Right.
was it was it was absolutely soul bounding.
You guys got that
And I,
good
and
camera
I
network.
and it was almost a fail, kind of a fail with Reaper because I added in bullets where it goes, and I
Like a
fall
machine gun.
back, and I had like a bloody handkerchief because I wanted to look like I got shot.
Yeah, we had it choreographed and everything.
We
Like she was
didn't-
gonna fall back during her verse, like she got shot, and I was supposed to catch her.
And
like,
he was supposed to pull it
cover
out of
her
my
ch-
shirt, but I tucked it too good. So he's sitting there trying. But the lyrics were bloody fingers, trembling. So it kind of worked.
Yeah, I was basically just like digging into her bra, like just trying to get the handkerchief out, but I couldn't find it because she tucked it in there too
But
well.
it was so cool because Third Eye, you're going to be on the set because he's in this song, but we had to cut him for this. But you're going to see this shit. Like, I fall back and he holds me and I'm holding the mic. Then he pushes me back up when I get more strength. It's cool. It's cool shit.
Uh-oh.
Sorry,
Look
we're
what Third
getting.
Eye said.
What?
Third
It's
Eye,
fine.
What did he say?
Third Eye say he's gonna be there for the next one.
Yes. Good.
Yes.
Oh yeah, good.
We need to just get everybody together in the 801 because we got a cipher with 11 people on it. We need to just get everyone out here this summer and throw
Yeah.
a big ass party. No venues or anything. A big ass party in the woods or somewhere and throw
And
a
just rap.
fucking festival and just vibe and people open mic. Everyone can just have fun. But
I
put on a show.
I want to have a grill
I just-
or a barbecue
I
by
just
then. So
I just had a crazy ass idea. So imagine you do that, right? You do that. You throw all those people together, and you bring out music and shit. But then you have a few of the different artists that are doing a song there record a music video, but like 4 or 5 people, and then the music video is the same music video, but for 4 or 5 different songs by different artists. Oh my god,
that would be sick.
that's just crazy. I mean, that
That'd
shit would
be
be
dope.
crazy. Yeah.
That sounds so. It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen.
Yeah, this summer we gotta make it happen.
I'm thinking like our own fucking festival. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like-
that would be dope. That would be dope.
It's more like a V. I'm trying to throw a U. Not great with.
Let me see your fingers. Hold on.
As he said, throw the
Let's
U.
see. Shh, shh, shh. Yeah, I'm going like this on the fingers.
Oh. Oh, okay.
So okay, Sonny, I know that you had you were interested in a few questions. Like you had a few things to ask Oracle that was pretty profound.
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
ask all your questions?
I think I did. We were still trying to figure out that Tooele maze. I had some, like, when we first got linked up, and we first set this up, it's something that I hate when I can't
Let me
read my own
Can I try and
handwriting.
read it?
Yeah.
But anyways, let's see here. Twilla.
So, like, from what Third Eye told me is that not a lot of people make it out of Billings. Like being over there, it must be it's like a jungle out there.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of my personal lineage, like my family. There's a lot of trauma and addiction and death and hate, uh, just within the family. Um, Now, people will tell you like that's cool, and stuff, and it can be, and it's like what you choose, just like any other city. But for me, it was a nightmare. You know what I mean? So,
How would
um,
Billings stand out as far as like as a city, like it's like compared to like in Los Angeles or New York or
well, I would say that this is what I say. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, and it's a lot like LA, right?
mhm.
And I did okay there compared to how I did in Billings. Like Billings, I used to think that Billings was nothing. It ain't this ain't shit. And I used to hate on them and shit. But like, I've actually apologized for that because Billings is one of the hardest places I've ever lived. It's a lot of people can come out there and they can be hard as hell and still end up messed up, man. You know what I mean? So um, and it taught me so much. It taught me everything. It brought me down to the bowels. You know what I mean? Just so that way I could be lifted up. It's also where I met the Creator. So you know what I mean? It's also where my son was born, where I was born, my dad was born. So it's a bittersweet experience. And there is a song that I did called Magic City that conveys that. Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah.
But now that you have your sobriety, there's an old saying that says "no junk, no soul" when it comes to creating music.
Mm.
Now that you have your sobriety, well, how was the transition of going from letting the junk, for instance, speak your artistic value to now having a clear and more focused mind and still
Ex-
having that soul behind your creation, behind the music?
Excellent question. And I think that a lot of people are about to benefit from this. Okay, I love that question. When when I was younger, it was beer and 40s and blunts. And it's,
Hmm.
oh, my level is spit. What's the shit? Foaming right here and shit.
Yeah, 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 uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
so one thing led to another. Oh, let's drink a whole bunch of coffee and make beats. Oh, and it was like, it was cool. It was all right. But then when you get to that harder stuff, and let's be honest, there's a fuck ton of other artists that do that. There's rock groups and there's a whole generation of mumble rap, lean babies and people doing drugs, making music. But I have met a few people in my life that are really, 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 really talented. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna drop any names, but they suffered from the same thing I did. We thought that we made good music while we were high.
Hmm.
And not only were we killing ourselves, but we were tainting our talent, right? So and I went to the bottom, you know what I mean? And I got out of there. I caught a plane December 11th, 2017 to Texas. And it took me about a year to even be able to make music. That's why if you look at that gap between Book of Death and or not Book
Burner.
of Death.
Right.
Last Poet is the first one I dropped, and then I didn't have the right equipment. But anyways, um, it took me a long time. It took me about from 2018 to about 2023 to really make the what I call the best music I've ever made, and it was repetition. It was sacrifice. It was growing. And then staying away from, also healing from being on drugs and working to arrest your addiction. Well, no matter how you do it, don't let that shit enter your body, bro. Don't let it corrupt your mind. And associating with people that are like minded, right? And I sat back and I was recording either As Above, So Below, or I was recording Burden of the Starseed. And I sat back and I was like, this is what the fuck sober music is supposed to be like. You reach a
Yeah.
certain peak, and then you feel so happy for yourself. Like, bro, you didn't need that shit. You didn't need that shit to
Hmm.
make good music, man. And it's like,
Mhm.
you know, this is sober music, and it was just mad crazy, man. Like, and I've actually been conveying that message to a couple of my friends who suffer from that. Like, dude, trust me, it's instant. You might be able to spit some fast shit or some deep shit because you high. You know what I mean? Not really weed. Weed and music kind of go good together. But for people
Right.
like me that are hardcore addicts, that were
Yeah.
hardcore addicts,
Hmm.
nothing.
Mhm.
I can't fuck with nothing, bro. But like, like I was saying though, what was I saying? Hold up. You don't you get that instant gratification of being high and being open to making music, but like when you grow that shit and grow into it, you always have it. So when that's why a lot of the times I come in here and I make some crazy shit happen on the keyboard or on the microphone because I have that as a tool in my arsenal now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, and I think that, and even like this conversation, this whole conversation, like dealing with people like Third Eye and current you guys, it's something that I now am sure of because it all supports the newfound energy, and that kind of will trickle all into all facets of your life, dealing with your kid, going to work, driving, making music, you know what I mean? So like, and I think that's what being sober would do for you, you know what I mean? And I love that question. Thank you so much.
Yeah, because we both had just quit addictions ourselves. She
Congratulations.
quit smoking cigarettes.
I quit smoking. It was so hard to quit smoking cigs, like so hard. Too long. I smoked way too long, and I easily quit. It happened in the right moment of time. It was just like, it actually was not that much effort. It was amazing.
Well,
you were saying, yes.
But that's a little bit different than like when I used to drink. I remember I came up with the best hooks drunk. but I mean, I realized it was like tuning into that deep emotional side. You're free. You're there's nothing inhibited. Right. But you don't have that focus. You don't have I don't know, you're not all there. Yeah. So it's like when you become sober and you start working on music, you're all there, and it teaches you how to go into that part of yourself, that anger, peace, love, whatever the hell you're feeling, and just channel it.
Right. You were saying earlier about how being on drugs and alcohol, like you were pissing away a lot of opportunity. And yeah, like that's what I came to realize once I quit drinking, is that there were so many opportunities in front of me that I never took because I was too focused on getting my next drink, and it was becoming pathetic and ridiculous, and now like I wonder, like maybe like, this must have been a part of the divine plan, so to speak, because now I think I learned a lot from it, like while destroying myself, but I've come to a realization that like you said, like you don't really need it. It's always been within us, the art.
Yeah, you have to learn how to tap into it.
And the alchemy of creativity, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You guys are fantastic. Good job, guys.
Definitely.
No,
definitely.
Thank you. If anybody out there that's struggling,
everyone, yeah.
If anybody out there that's struggling with addiction of any kind, just know that there are people out there that love you and have faith in you and believe in you, and just know that you matter. And
love yourself.
You love yourself, exactly. Love yourself. You can come out of it, and you can better your life.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, I don't see where Julie has made a comment, but Julie is a sister of mine, and I care about her very much.
Love you, Julie.
She's amazing, and we're always here. Blessings. We fucking love you, girl.
Julie. What's up, girl?
She's okay. So I gotta tell her something. Alazuli they love zebra cakes, and I was gonna bring her zebra cakes without connecting that, and I should have, because, like, yeah, we have this inside joke about zebra cakes. All right. Blessings, bro. We've got 100%. One day is today.
One day is today. I was seeing that throughout the interview.
Oh,
one day is today.
We have our first feature together was a song called One Day, and I was cool on it, but that dude wrecked that beat, man. And it was such a inspirational verse, and that's what he means. One day is right now. The song's called One Day.
Okay.
What else is on there?
Oh, Julie said she loves us, and Third Eye says sending good vibes your way. And we've got into an hour and a half. That's pretty good. how are you feeling about? Do you feel like we covered a lot of the things you wanted to talk about tonight?
Yeah. I also thought about it for 4 months, so I think I was prepared no matter which way it went.
I know. That's why I'm asking, because I know you're like, oh, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot.
I feel satisfied. You guys calmed me down. You guys brought me you brought me out of my element and then set me down nicely right here. I feel like we were able to inspire some people. I feel like this is going to be a great reference to come back. This is good shit for both of our names and our companies and all that stuff. So I feel
and also your new album.
Yeah,
and the fact that you got to go back in this interview because he played a song from the album. It hasn't been released today. And we are on it. And it is amazing. You have to go back to this interview and listen if you just hopped on, okay? We're about to wrap it up, but I know you shouted out people, but do you have more shout outs? Do you want to just...
I mean, I want to say this. If you ever helped me...
Shine.
There was a lady one time. I was 21 years old. I had gotten out of jail, and I got hurt. Somebody split my face open, and I got away from there. And I got a stitch right here. Just one stitch. We fought for like a minute. All that shit was crazy, right? Well, I got away from those people, and I went to go live in this. I went to live in this hallway at an apartment building, and I was laying there, and I heard a door open. And I was like, fuck, somebody's about to kick me out of here. And she came back and she put a blanket on me, bro. And I just want to say, whoever that was, I appreciate you so much. That made me feel like so much better, you know what I mean, about people in general. And I also want to say, if you've ever helped me, if you ever played my music, if you ever prayed over my son, if you ever fed me, if you ever forgave me, you know what I mean, I appreciate that. I want to say, if I've ever done anything to you, I'm sorry, forgive me. And I got one thing I'm gonna say. Thank you, Creator. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, Sun, Moon, Stars. Thank you, and thank you to Zoetic Productions. Thank you, Third Eye. Thank you, Dirty Water.
Thank you, everybody who has been with us throughout this whole interview and who has commented on this interview. Mad love to everyone involved with the revolution of hip hop and conscious hip hop and getting out good messages and good vibrations in all ways and places you wouldn't expect, you know?
Yeah, check out Afterlife, The Oracle. His new album, Deja Voodoo, drop in very soon.
Very soon.
I've had Ancestors on low, you probably noticed.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you could hear it,
that's my personal favorite song I've ever done. I love that joint.
You know what?
So beautiful.
I can't get it out of my head. It's one of those good ones. It's like Sonny's hooks. Sonny does that to me all the time. He'll write something and it's just subconsciously going and going.
Good.
I've been singing this song all day, so I'd like to play it.
Yeah,
you guys
I'm gonna record what I wrote this week. So as soon as I get it recorded, I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay, I want to hear it. Yeah, most definitely.
So this was in the promo, and I teased you guys. You only heard a little bit of it, but it is a beautiful song. I made sure Sonny heard it last night. Oh, so man. Now
it's beautiful.
Everyone, open your ears and open your minds.
Ancestors.
It's beautiful.
To the other side, ancestors. They moved on but never died. Ancestors. The light inside is amplified. Ancestors. 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 There was blood in the water. Ancestors. Let my mother and my father. Ancestors. Leave an offer on the altar. Ancestors. Ancestors. ancestors.
Creation of the matrix, the consequence of reality. Separated from answers, then a consciousness of the galaxy. Honestness of the majesty, complementing the tapestry. Common sense is a luxury. Forgot to mention the tragedy that's woven to the third dimension. Urging countless insurgency. They claim it's a cursed ascension. Don't pay attention, it's perjury. But I'm cradled in the clarity from the will of my ancestors. I pray to the sun and moon, withstanding this damn pressure. There's magic in these words, be careful how you choose to spell. Cause hell is a mind state, you know that heaven is as well. Like a well that what you drink, as above, so below. They've desecrated the ancestors for the ones that sold they soul. I'm contacting my ancestors and writing them a letter. Place my heart upon a scale to see if it's lighter than a feather. May the predecessors rebel till they've united us together. The Akashic records and dwell, and the lights inside us forever.
Got me to the other side, ancestors. They moved on but never died, ancestors. The light inside is amplified, ancestors, ancestors, ancestors. There was blood in the water, ancestors. Left my mother and my father, ancestors. Leaving off around the altar, ancestors, ancestors, ancestors.
The miracle church members denied the ancestors until they get left behind. And we abandon these transgressors to ancestral starlight and the ascension of bliss, until we bear witness to the fifth dimensional shift. The high and low vibe split into separate frequencies. The heathens grieve amongst themselves when transcended people leave into a higher vibration. Say goodbye waving, rendezvous with the ancestors. Lessers annihilated. The eyes of hatred that gaze upon me are blind to see the reflection of their own self. You should have been kind to me. Once I may have lost my light, but what I was designed to be is a beacon of hope, reason to cope, and the final key to the door that unlocks the proof. As the source that unblocks my youth, be the sword that can chop the noose with the force of forgotten truth. I have unearthed my roots and discovered the tree of life. In the name of my ancestors, creator, I see the light.
Got me to the other side, ancestors. They moved on but never died, ancestors. The light inside is amplified, ancestors, ancestors, ancestors. There was blood in the water, ancestors. Left my mother and my father, ancestors. Leaving off around the altar, ancestors, ancestors, ancestors. Got me to the other side, ancestors. They moved on but never died, ancestors. The light inside is amplified, ancestors, ancestors, ancestors. There was blood in the water, ancestors. Left my mother and my father, ancestors. Leaving off around the altar, ancestors, ancestors, ancestors.
Yeah, that's me on the background vocals. That was actually the first time I ever used autotune.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
All that old shit has no autotune on it.
The Oracle.
Yo, you can sing, bro.
I make shit up. I learned how to sing. I learned how to sing from the reverb of the cell walls. That's what taught me how to sing. And I ain't gonna lie, Marie Antoinette and Keith Kelly, man, they used to sing. I used to say that we were Phoenix's Fugees because they could rap. They could both rap and sing, and I could rap twice as much. And that was a cold little phase.
That's cool. That's cool. So, so guys, I want to list off the songs that we played. We played The Burden of the Starseed, The Underground. We played Divinity. And if you want to hear more music, when do you expect to drop this new album?
It'll be very soon, within 8 to 10 days. So, 8 to 12 days. It'll be available. In the meantime, I've dropped 3 other projects in the last last year. I was gonna say that also the songs are being dropped one at a time on Facebook, my Facebook, my TikTok, and my Instagram, and my YouTube.
Okay.
So they're available. Yeah.
And now he goes by the name of Afterlife, the Oracle.
Yes.
Icon.
Afterlife, the Oracle. Thank you so much for getting on tonight. This has been amazing. Appreciate you. Appreciate everything you do. Like, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have produced the most incredible music that we are coming out with. And
I appreciate you.
Your music is the same. Third Eye, he's been rocking with you. A lot of artists that have been commenting in here tonight have
Curly
worked with
Music,
you.
Third Eye, Black Architect.
Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Julie and shout out to
Julie. Shout out to Olivia.
Seth
She was on the comments earlier.
Everybody who's on the comments, mad love. And I hope you.
Thank you.
Mr. Crow Productions, Mr. Crow Promotions.
Mr. Crow. Mad love to family. We're all family here. And we all walk different walks, but we all are definitely putting on a good vibe in the music world, right?
Yes. Yes.
We can't wait to get you out here to Salt Lake, man. You're going to love it.
Oh, yeah. We're going to be rapping.
I'm serious about the idea of the festival. I think we should fucking do it. Let's just do it.
Let's do it. I'm with it.
We won't overthink it. We'll just do it. You know?
Let's do it. Nike. Just do it.
Yeah.
Peace. I appreciate you guys.
All right. Peace out. And
peace out.
Everybody, many
Peace and
blessings to you.
Everybody too.
And we hope you all have an amazing Tuesday night. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, happy
What? We gotta do a happy birthday song.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Oracle.
Afterlife, the Oracle, yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Damn. And we got that recorded. Yeah.
You live in a zoo, motherfucker.
You live in a zoo, motherfucker.
You live in a zoo.
Yeah.
Peace